1, 2, 3.
We're chatting about NASA.
Yeah, absolutely. Really not even just NASA, because, and what we'll get into, it's a space business is what it is. A lot of people say, why would they be faking space? Why are they faking all this? Why aren't they really flying? And we'll get into that. I'll show you exactly how much cash they're making off this. And so when people say, well, why are they doing this? Why are they faking going to space? Well, wouldn't you say $410 billion a year is a pretty good reason, to fake that? I would.
When we talk about space, just for clarity, what are we talking about?
We're talking about space programs where they claim they're going to the moon, or they've got the ISS, International Space Station, floating around up there, or they're sending probes, out, Cassini out to the deep space and diving through Saturn's rings, which we'll talk about what a joke that is. And the satellite programs and anything out of upper atmosphere. So let's say any person or equipment out over, say, 100,000 feet in the air, 120,000 feet. Feet in the air, 120,000 feet.
Okay, so when Elon launches a rocket, what's happening there?
Well, you can see the arc and curve. The same thing that happens when you shoot a bottle rocket on the 4th of July or New Year's Eve. You see it go up, and then it starts curving, and then it comes down again. Well, you can see the arc and curve. The same thing that happens with a rainbow. But anyway, so this Cassini thing, right? Allegedly, it's going out to the outer edges of our solar system, taking photos and videos and checking out planets and all that. So they said that this thing was going to make a dive through the ice particles of Saturn's rings, and the Captain America shield on the front was going to protect it. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen those videos of like crash tests, where a car hits a wall at 30 miles an hour, then 70, then 100, and then 200. But when a car hits a wall at 200 miles an hour, it almost disintegrates. Cassini allegedly dove through a big ring of ice balls at 17,000 miles an hour. that little Captain America garbage lid on the front protected it. I mean, ridiculous. It would have been vaporized. Then they claimed that these are photos that it took. Hold on. Here, here you go. Just so people know, that's an actual article from Astronomy, right?
Right.
Just so you can see, I'm not making up this story. That's an Astronomy magazine. Cassini dives through Saturn's rings. So that's not me saying they did that. That's them saying they did that. Now, then they claim these are pictures that it took. That's supposed to be a picture from Cassini. And I got that on an Astronomy Facebook page. Now, first of all, that's just fake as hell. Like anyone who thinks that's a photograph just needs their head
surely they don't claim that's a photograph.
Yes, they do. They do. And now what I've pointed out here is I'm looking at the shadows. See where I have the red at bottom arrow, right? Yeah. Now, when you look at the lighting, you can see down here the shadow from the planet, quote unquote, is being cast on the rings back here, which would put the light source somewhere around up top in front, right? To make a shadow down here, the sun would have to be somewhere up here. Yet all the rings are lit from this side over here. How could the shadow be on the same side as the direct light source, for starters? Right? You can't have a shadow on the direct lighting side. The sun would be on the left if the whole thing were lit up like this. So the shadow can't be there. And even if it weren't, you can't have a round shadow if you have a light source that's 90,000 or even further away from Saturn. It's millions, because here's what happens when you shine a direct light source on a sphere. You get a giant elongated oval shadow. I didn't even know how far the sun's supposed to be allegedly from Saturn, but that shadow is impossible. So no, Cassini is not out there. It's not diving through ice rings with a garbage can lid on it. You know, and here's a good one from here's a which I can't remember which mission this was,